Hello, welcome to Jimothy Listens. My name is Jimothy, and today I am very excited to be listening to, finally, the new debut of the post-LOONA group ARTMS, Divine All Live, Laugh and Love. This is a debut that I've been very excited for, not just because I really enjoyed LOONA as a group, but also because the teasers that we have heard of this album so far have been fantastic. They've shown us 4 very different and all very interesting and cool songs, especially Birth. Birth is kind of almost Song of the Year, maybe. So I'm very excited to see what the rest of this album has in store for them. I brought Guppy in because I thought it would be cute to be holding it, but now I've realized that I'm just going to be like fidgeting with it the whole time. Whatever, it's cute, I'm gonna hold it still. So today we are gonna be checking out, of course, the title track to this new album, Virtual Angel. We'll watch the music video for that, which I've heard is apparently quite a trip. So I'm excited to see what that has going on. And then we will listen through the full album and get into all of the good, nice, gorgeous B-side stuff. And hopefully it'll be a great time. So without any further ado, let's get into this Virtual Angel video. Okay, so immediately we're met with this viewer warning, so take heed of that. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're probably already aware, but just in case, there's literally a warning about flashing lights and stuff, so if that is something that you're sensitive to, you know, epilepsy, seizures, whatever, maybe take a break, and I'll put a little timestamp for when we're done that you can skip to and skip past all the flashing lights. But with that being said, let's get into it. Ooh, I'm excited. Also, I don't like closed captions, get rid of them. I don't need to know what they're saying. I just want to feel it and hear the vibes. Ooh, Kim Lip just looking seductive in that screen. I love the bright, breezy sound of that already. That's gorgeous. Oh, that's fun. That has such like a cloudy, soaring in the sky, euphoric vibe to it. It's very sweet. I really like the sound of it. Okay, the gnarly tattoos. Get it, girls. Heejin. Okay, so we've got the fans praying to their idols. Hey, we've all been there. We've all been there. If you're saying you haven't, you're like, okay, no, I haven't gone that far. That's a bit, come on now. I love the driving beat to it. Like, it's so kind of like light and gentle and airy, but does have this really strong, fast beat that just keeps pushing forward, that gives it a really nice feel. And the like heavenly light vocals help to keep it with that very like light feeling. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, there's a lot of flashing happening, but I like that as the kind of contrast between the like bright put together like angel image and then the kind of like darker stuff behind it. It's kind of just really showing that contrast and those two things happening at once. I really like it. Yeah, it's kind of giving very much the standard like idol thing of like, let me be there for you, I can lift you up, but almost with this kind of slightly like creepy dark undertone of like, is this like a cult of some sort, or like maybe they're not being completely kind. It's interesting. But like when Heejin looks like that, like if she tells me to jump off a cliff, I'm sorry, it's done. The themes of this just going boom as I'm there like, wow, pretty. Yeah, I love the cutting between all of those shots. Like, that's so pretty. The aesthetic of this is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that. Okay, wow. And then, bye, they're gone, and you're just there, left all alone, because your idols will leave you eventually, and you're just standing there on top of the building. Don't jump. Don't jump, girly. Good. Okay, wow. I mean, first off, I love that. Okay, let's talk video first, because this is one of those rare occasions where I actually feel like I just understand the video and the themes of it first try. Normally that kind of stuff just goes shunk over my head. But this is kind of giving a pretty clear metaphor for that kind of idol-fan relationship and the dangers of that sort of parasocial relationship, which normally I'm kind of against K-pop groups doing that, because obviously this is an idea that has come from the company, and the company are the ones kind of really pushing and ploying for this parasocial engagement. And so when they then put out something being like, wow, I can't believe people are being like parasocial and weird with it, it's kind of, it can feel a bit at odds with each other and very hypocritical. This kind of doesn't quite feel like that. That might just be because I like it, I think it's good, and so I'm like, you know what, fine, I don't care. But it does kind of almost feel like it is putting that wall in there as a bit of kind of a warning thing of being like, no, your idols will eventually one day leave you. We're here and we'll do everything that we can to kind of lift you up while we're here, but ultimately we're not going to save you. Which I think is a good thing for fans to, you know, get drilled into their heads. And on top of the themes of the video itself is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love the aesthetic of all of it. There you have those really angelic images, those shots of them in all white looking, you know, very angelic as the sky kind of rushes past, you know, the clouds going past. I think that looks really pretty. And then you have those quick switches into the kind of darker, kind of like a little bit of a gothic aesthetic, but a very like pretty gothic aesthetic, just kind of a bit dark, but with like rhinestones and heavy makeup and whatever. I think that looks really nice, and especially the quick chopping between the two works really nicely. Just that whole kind of digital technological thing, the way that they just keep chopping between everything, making it feel a little bit overwhelming. I really like that. I think that really not only pushes the like themes of the video, but also just gives it a really interesting aesthetic. I was doing so well there. A really interesting aesthetic. And finally, the song is, ooh, really, really nice. Again, that kind of big angelic, like high up in the sky kind of thing, both with the very kind of light, airy production, as well as their like higher, breathier voices. I think that works really nicely, but it does have that kind of fast driving beat underneath it to give that same contrast that's in the video of the high up angelic stuff with the kind of darker bit beneath it. I think it's just a really nice use of dynamics. It sounds great. I just can't wait to hear it again when we listen to the album. So I think we should really just get into this album because I really want to hear it. Okay, and we're starting off with the first track, URL, which, given the length of it, I'm assuming is just kind of going to be more of an intro thing. And also Mod House, with all of Triple S's albums, they do love instrumental intro. That's also just a very LOONA thing as well, having the minute-long intro. And they're normally very good, so I'm excited for it. I like that guitar, that's nice. Just a very, groovy, vibey, swirly intro to kind of get you into that world. Ooh, I like that little fill. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's super nice. It feels quite sort of expansive and spacious, which I really like. I'm going to start trying to gesture and it's just going to be me putting Guppy in a headlock. We may have to get rid of Guppy at some point, but... Alright, Virtual Angel me. It's just so heavenly and euphoric, literally right off the bat. It's giving PC Music, like Planet 1999, Caro kind of vibes, or maybe like a Hannah Diamond, like that kind of real uplifting, boppy PC Music kind of pop. And with PC Music no longer being a thing, there's a world for that, and I really, really like it. Okay, Guppy, you're just getting in my way. I do love you though. Yeah, pre-chorus is really nice. The way it kind of drops out a bit more. Sorry, literally I got distracted by levels looking weird. Oh, it's just so nice. It's so pretty. And the lyrics still being able to play into that kind of parasocial thing. People are still going to be very uplifted by that, you know, I'll be there for you when your wings break. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, I love it. People are going to cry to this. I might cry to this at some point. I could see it happening. It is just such a euphoric kind of rush. Like, I just don't have the words to describe what the feeling of it is, and that's really annoying for me, because I know I'm just sitting here saying, oh, it's really pretty, when like it really, I don't know, there's something in it that just hits like a very specific feeling that I'm not quite able to access in here. The brain is just kind of like shutting it off and being like, no, we're not ready for that yet. Which is what makes me kind of feel like in like a month's time, I'll hear this, I don't know, at like 2 a.m. or something, I'll be driving around and this will come on and suddenly it'll just like hit me. It has that feel of something that like, you could have a life-changing experience to this song. It's just so pretty. Like, wow. Wow. Okay, on to track 3, Sparkle. I also should be looking at credits for these, shouldn't I? Because I feel like there are some member credited ones. For example, this one has writing credits from Heejin, Jinsol, and Kim Lip, among other people. Nice kind of modern E production. The percussion on it's nice. I wonder where this is going. If this goes into a big chorus, cute. I like that. The group vocals are nice. That's also, it's giving, I normally call that kind of triple S's signature, that like high-pitched, airy kind of group vocals. I guess that must just be a mod house thing, and I'm here for it. I really like it. I think it sounds great, so I'm glad to hear it here as well. Yeah, damn, those harmonies are really nice. Yeah, all of the backing vocals and stuff are delicious. We do have a little bit of mod house mixing so far, which is just where I think mod house is very proud of their production, and so they really make sure that that's really loud and kind of bury the vocals in there a bit. A lot of triple S's stuff is guilty of that, and we've got a little bit of that here. It's not horrible, like you can still hear the voices, it's just they're kind of buried a little bit deeper than you kind of get in the majority of K-pop. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I also feel like it could be nice to kind of have the voices stick out a little bit more in points, because sometimes it can just make it feel a bit more kind of compressed in one note, instead of leaving space between those layers. Ideally you want a bit of both. And so we'll see, we still have a long way to go through the album. This is a really pretty track. And just groovy, vibey. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Super cute. Alright, track 4. Hitchhikers. Is that just called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? The name is being cut off. Give me credits. Yes. No member credits on this. But if it's called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I'm expecting a comedy. It better be funny. This doesn't sound funny. It does sound very pretty though, so I'll take it. the chimes. Love that. Ooh, I love that synth. We're building up. We're preparing for liftoff. This is giving very space travel. I understand why it's called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is literally countdown to liftoff. 3, 2... Pause me for a second. Did they do a countdown with me? Did I just kind of predict that? Or did they say something else? Am I some sort of soothsayer? No, never mind. Fly to the moon or something, she said. Oh. What? I was not expecting that. Oh, and then we fucking bop it up. Oh my god, that's gorgeous, incredible, fantastic, amazing. What the fuck? And that build up for that is so effective. The way we have the rocket on the launch pad, we have the countdown, and then we send it off, and it's just into that gorgeous, colourful nebula of synths and sounds, and the affected vocals just kind of weaving in and out, feeling like planets and stars spinning around you. I can't wait to hear that chorus again. Those MIDI strings are everything. I'm dying. This is amazing. Yeah, those big hits of synths are gorgeous. The distorted vocals are everything. That's stunning. That is fucking phenomenal. Gorgeous bridge, little TikTok. Crank it up even more for the last chorus. I don't know how you do that, but like find a way, please. Just give me madness. That's just so thick. Oh, that's so tasty. That is. What on earth? Not on earth. Out of earth. Pause me for a goddamn second because I need a moment to just recover from that. Like, that's a next level song. That's something special. Holy. Alright. Okay, actually, I see that we have a moment to recover because the next 3 songs are songs that we know. So we can chill for a second. I can have a sip of water. And so these 3 songs are the ones that kind of sample/interpolate the pre-coming together ARTMS stuff. This is the one, Flower Rhythm samples Heejin's stuff. It has that la 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 from Algorithm as some of the vocals from the intro to that album. I much prefer this song to, honestly, the Heejin solo stuff. Just there's the, like, layer behind the vocals in there, or maybe it's even an effect just on like the top of the vocals that kind of gives it a bit of a computerized edge to it. It's so nice. It just adds a bit of like grit and almost like sandpaper, but if the sandpaper was made out of sugar, just to the real kind of like top line of those vocals, it sounds so nice. And then I completely talked over it, but that super catchy na 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 is, that gets stuck in my head so often. I haven't even listened to this song that much. I feel like I've maybe heard it 3 or 4 times before this, but I definitely find myself just singing that la 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 inside my head. It's catchy as hell. And of course I love some kind of prominent higher, like synthy sounds. So this is just, it's a really nice song. Yeah, I think it is a separated layer of vocals that's been pitched and like heavily vocoded or something to make that effect. It sounds so good. Nice, pretty bridge. There's just so many different like harmonic elements going around like in the different years and stuff all throughout this song that gives it so much like depth. It's so nice. It's so nice. La 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 la, makes the time, makes the vibe. Really pretty song. Really pretty song. Alright, on to, we're into kind of the low-key chiller part of the album in the middle. We get Candy Crush, the little kind of city pop banger that interpolates Hassel's Plastic Candy, right? I haven't heard that song that much because the kind of chiller song isn't really my vibe. But this is nice. I like Candy Crush. I love that little flute or fucking oboe or whatever it is in there. This is just actually the reason why I kind of discount this song compared to the other ones that we heard before the album is purely that when a song is called Candy Crush, I get a very specific picture in my mind of what that should sound like. Kind of like the very pretty, like bright, cutesy, electronic, sugar sweet kind of thing. And I always love songs like that. And so when I heard this and it was more of just like a laid back vibe, I was like, you misled me. And so it took a couple listens for me to be like, okay, actually, the song itself though is very good. And I love that. Da 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 da. Does that come from Plastic Candy? Me trying to recall the like 3 times I've heard Plastic Candy. Maybe, I can't remember. I love that, how that just kind of stutters and builds. It's such a nice little transition into the next verse. The bird sounds going on, I haven't noticed that before. If that kind of, maybe bird sounds, something similar to that effect, just echoing away there at the start of that second verse. That's really nice. It's just that kind of stuff that you don't get in a lot of other K-pop, but Mod House is really at the forefront of experimentation at the moment, both with ARTMS and what Triple S is doing. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. And again, we've got those kind of higher pitched, airier, breathier vocals, which I just love so much. Ooh, so nice. And then we get what was the 4th teaser track, the 3rd in a row here, Air, which of course takes that iconic da 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 from Air Force One. And I mean, Air Force One was definitely my favorite pre-full ARTMS track. And so I feel like I would expect me to be disappointed by this, because I'd be like, you took that song that I love so much and made it into something a bit more chiller. But I actually really like Air. I think it's very nice. It uses, I mean, like, I love horns in pop music, and there's a lot of fun horn sounds in there. It also just has this really nice kind of like playful vibe while still being very laid back and relaxed. I think it's really nice. That synth is so Tyler the Creator. I love it. Da 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 da. It's just so nice. Da 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 da. It has just kind of this really light, bouncy. It's very like laid back, carefree, chill, but like playful and engaging kind of melody to the chorus. It's really nice. Like, it feels like, you know, hanging out with your friends and kind of playing around, but not having any expectation or need to like do something, being like, yeah, no, we can just kind of like sit on the couch and just like talk and laugh with each other, whatever. Like, let's just chill and enjoy each other's presence. To say that in the wankiest way possible. But it's nice, it's so nice. I'm bringing Guppy back because I miss them. I don't, this was a bad idea. There's just so many different unique sounds in this song going on, like the different kind of horn sounds, string sounds. There's even a little ukulele maybe going on in there. There's just so many different sounds packed into this song, even though it is kind of a very laid back, relatively empty, kind of, especially compared to the rest of the track list, quite like minimalist thing going on. But they've used so many different like instruments and sounds that give it this really like wide palette still. It's great. Anyway, track 8, unf/air. Unf. 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 I have no clue what that is referring to or what that means. Credits me. No names I care about. We're still in the lighter laid back section. What do we think? Do we gonna get one more? I can't speak English today apparently. Are we gonna get one more big banger before the end of the album? I mean, Birth is there at the end, but one more kind of like energetic banger? Probably not. I feel like the next two after this will still just be kind of chiller, maybe slightly more, maybe not ballady, but chiller. Anyway, this is nice. I know I'm talking all over it about just what's going to happen next. But it is just, you know, our third in a row kind of nice, laid back, sweet, airy, poppy kind of track. The slash makes me curious though. Like, is this gonna be like a little two-parter? We're gonna get a little switch up in the middle? We're already halfway through it, so I'm gonna guess maybe not. But in that case, why is it /air? Does it have something to do with the last song? Are there lore implications, Modhouse? Tell me what's going on. Oh, unfair. Unfair. Guppy, can you just take over this? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Anyway. Why would you break it off like that? Why would you not go un/fair? Why unf/air? The fuck is unf, my house? This is cute. This is vibes. This is a song that kind of suffers when you're listening to the album top to bottom because, oh, that's really fun. I love that stuttering vocoder. That's really nice. But this song is one of quite a few lighter, boppier tracks in a row, and it is not as strong as a Candy Crush or an Air. Or even, it might be, but just because it's the third one in a row of those, I'm kind of like, all right, give me something new. Oh, that sounds interesting. Where are we? That sounds really interesting. I was gonna check the credits, but actually I just listened. Okay. We're doing a oceany R&B kind of thing. I don't know why my brain immediately went getting Kalela vibes. This is cool. This is interesting. Where are we going? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh. That's really gorgeous. Alright. Alright. That's really nice. That's delicious. You agree? You agree, Hikapi? Really nice pre-chorus, again, stripping everything out, getting you into this kind of emptier world so you can build up into... That's so nice. Yeah, the percussion kind of sticking, but really still accenting that one. And so you kind of get what feels like you do have that slow groove, 2, 3, 4, but you also kind of have that more skittery production that feels a little bit more modern. And then the kind of hazy, like sheets of synths are really nice. Ooh. Yeah, it almost that kind of, it feels like the kick just has this like echoey reverb on it with that pull off. It sounds like a which is really nice, really cool. The vocals are gorgeous. The way that they're really going ham on just bending those vocals and really kind of rounding them out. That's a really nice song. That's really cool. All right, the last new song, Butterfly Effect, track 10. Is this giving our kind of like emotional payoff at the end? Our emotional climax? The piano is nice. Pretty. Has a nice atmosphere to it. Credits me. Again, no one I really care about. Oh, I love that backing synth. Where are we going? We're building. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Ooh. That's kind of darker and deeper than I was expecting it to be. That's really nice. Ooh, yes. The just like pitched and manipulated vocals, that's giving very 2010s. Like that's a fucking Major Lazer DJ Snake trick right there. But kind of put into this real modern synthscape. That's really nice. That's really pretty. Love that bass. Just really kind of building up that tension is so nice. Yeah, this is so nice. This is so nice. I'm listening to this album too early. Like, it's only, what, 5:30 p.m.? This is an album that needs to be listened to at least after, like, 11 p.m. That's gorgeous. Again, there's that grinding bass. I'm turning off the presenter mode and I'm just enjoying this really nice album. I'm enjoying kind of sitting in the world and the atmosphere that this is taking me to. It's really pretty. Which I know doesn't make for the most engaging video, and I'm sorry, I'll get back to my reactor content creator personality, but it's really pretty. It's really nice. Oh. Yes, stunning. And then Give It To Me. Fantastic song. The creepy, dark horror vibes are just everything. Kind of like strange structure to it, like those screeching horror strings. Everything. Gorgeous low-key vocals, just the gentle piano. You get those starts of just little like static synthy, oh not even synthy, but like bits of static just kind of popping in to make it a little bit unnerving. Melody here. And the way those strings just wrench out of that. And then we get that. I just need to take a moment for that. That fantastic build. You have those high-pitched strings that kind of like come in and like wrench up a little bit and then come down. And then you just get that like kind of held breath for half a second before suddenly that real thick bass that we haven't heard anything like yet. Everything's been very kind of high-pitched and staying in this top area. Suddenly you just get that real deep bass that just comes in and goes boom, 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 and just shatters everything. I think that's so gorgeous. And I want to hear it one more time. Like strings. And then they kind of fall again. Everything builds to... You get that hit. And especially the vocals there as well, just being quite kind of straightforward spoken. I could gather ex-boyfriends is so creepy and so charismatic. It's just everything. And then this really pretty. And then we just launch into that break beat out of nowhere. Gorgeous. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. And then we go back to, the gentle piano and everything's, you know, we were just playing with that real creepy, scary stuff. I like to imagine when they say I could gather ex-boyfriends, they mean like bodies in a pile, that kind of way. That's what it sounds like to me. That's the story in my head, at least.
Everything is yours. I could gather ex-boyfriends.
Just the discordant kind of grinding mechanical sounds. And then we just chill at the end. The little like acoustic guitar that comes in. I wish I could sing. It's just so gorgeous. And that is DALL, Divine All Love and Live. And oh, what an album! Mod House, you are 2 for 2 on the full album so far, baby girls. That is... Whew, that's a banger. That's a real good one right there. I feel like talking about the kind of production and everything on it, I'm just gonna rehash everything that I said in my like Assemble 24 reaction, just saying that Mod House really are at the forefront of K-pop production at the moment. No one is doing anything that sounds remotely as interesting and experimental as them. And I think there's maybe even more of that here than there was on Triple S's album. Like, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is like a cosmic tale in one song that kind of feels like it goes on a whole journey. Birth obviously being one of the most interesting K-pop songs I would say that I've ever heard, kind of in terms of just like uniqueness and doing something different. I don't know if I've heard anything as kind of out there and random from the K-pop world as that. And even just everything else that's going on this album. It's so nice, so pretty from top to bottom. It has a very consistent sound and aesthetic. It's got this real kind of light, airy, heavenly vibes from start to finish. It really is that kind of like angelic kind of image, but with so much more going on. It really does feel like that image of presenting the very pure and angelic picture up front, but hiding a lot of kind of depth and darkness and other things underneath it and behind that facade. And that story is really kind of just beautifully told through the sound of the album. We have those very kind of bright and airy and very seemingly positive moments like a Virtual Angel or even like an Air. But then we have those kind of darker, less happy moments. Like, I guess that's why you have Air and Unfair there together, is that you go from that real kind of high point of the brightness and the cheeriness and the jolliness in Air, and then right after that you're like, okay, yeah, but maybe not everything is completely fine and happy and yippee all the time. That I was asking the question during Unfair why it was like that and why they've kind of tied it in like that, and I think I've just answered my own question. Mod House one step ahead of me. There are so many layers in this album, which is not something you normally get in a K-pop album, which is great and fantastic, but also means that everything that I'm saying now, after literally just listening to it one time, I'll, think about this in 2 months' time and I'll be like, wow, I had no clue what I was talking about. But that's the fun of it. But yeah, DALL, fantastic. Definitely the best thing we've heard from ARTMS so far. I'd say it beats Odd Circle's album. It's probably my favorite post-LOONA release that we've had, and here's where I might lose some of the orbits. That might be better than anything LOONA ever did. I really like it. I really like it. What do you think, Guppy? Are the orbits going to be mad at me for that one? Yeah, I don't know, babes. You might be going a bit too far on that one. Okay. I mean, fair. You're allowed to have your own opinion. I'm allowed to have mine. But with that, I think we will wrap this video up here. What is your opinion of DALL, Virtual Angel, and Artemis's debut? Leave your thoughts in the Stay. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, click like, click subscribe. That's really all you have to do. Have a great day. Go kiss your laptop screen. They don't call it a MacBook for nothing. Hey! And I will catch you next time. Love you. Mwah. Bye-bye. Good joke right at the end there. Proud of that one.